Hey, it's the Midnight Raven, and I am home and well. If you haven't seen my railway walk yet, I highly implore you to see it. It was a live stream I did today, and we walked the old railway track. And then when I finished, I stopped off at Waitrose to pick up a couple of bits. And I thought that as I didn't finish the stream by shopping in Waitrose due to my battery, which I forgot to take my battery pack with me because I'm stupid. It's right here on the table where I was charging it, would you believe? I know. So we got to Waitrose and I ran out of battery and I went in Waitrose and did a bit of shopping. I'm going to show you what I got. I want to thank everybody that watched that stream. Also, thank you to Dragon for the $20 super chat, which makes $16.68 in British money, depending on the fluctuation. Thank you for that donation. That made the entire walk worth it. And then I went to Waitrose and spent, I think, the equivalent of around £15. So, thank you to Dragon. Obviously, I don't get Dragon's money until the end of the month, but I thought I would spend some money anyway because I was going there anyway. So this wasn't a cheap shop. I don't know about you. Obviously, you probably live in America if you're watching this. A good portion of my watchers are American. And I don't think Waitrose is in America. But in the UK, they are one of the most expensive supermarkets to go to. Everything is like organic, and just because it's got a fancy name of Waitrose and John Lewis, who are partnered together, it's expensive. So I've only bought a select few items. So let's start with the cheapest item. So the cheapest item I could actually find to buy was a tin of baked beans in tomato sauce. These are 45 pence, and even that is expensive for a tin this size. Tesco's around 20-25 pence. But these are baked beans. These actually have the sugar in. Usually I buy the non-sugar beans, which makes them a little less sweeter, but then I sweeten them with a little bit of ketchup in. Saves you a bit of money. Okay, I did get a can of Coke, little can of Coke, which I've drank, so we'll skip that. The bag itself is 60 pence. It is a reusable bag because of the plasticness of it. It's not like a cheap carrier bag. It is what they call a bag for life, so it is 60p. Okay, so actual stuff that we bought. Moving on, we have 6 cans of Dr. Pepper. These were £3.20, and these are what you call the mini cans. So I'm trying to lessen my intake of fizzy slowly. So I've gone for these type of cans. And these ones are 250ml. Now I usually get the 330ml ones, which are the fat tubby ones. Sort of this size. So I've gone for this to try and lessen my intake per meal. So when I have a meal and I have one of these, that's all I drink during that meal. To try and lessen my intake. I'd like to slim down a bit. And there's a gym, like, literally right opposite my house, like on the industrial estate. It opened a couple of months ago, and apparently it's a really good gym, and I'm thinking of going to it maybe once, twice a week, to start with, and build up. It's a 24-hour gym as well, so I could go there anytime after work. I could nip there before work, weekends, evenings, even go there in the middle of the night if need be. So it's a 24-hour gym. I've just got to look at the pricing and stuff to see if it's cost effective for me to go to it. The fact it's right opposite my house is one benefit. Next, we got some Waitrose cream crackers. These were 55 pence. Actually, these aren't too bad. If you go to Tesco's, I think the crackers are around 45 pence. So they are a little bit more expensive. But again, it's Waitrose. So I don't know how many you get in here. It doesn't say. I wish they said how many crackers you had in here. You're always going to find the couple at the top are always broken. I don't know about you, but that might be just me. Then we got some cheese. I know. My bane of my existence is eating cheese. Cheese on everything. Pasta, lasagna, pizza, cheese on scones, cheese on crackers. I think it's probably what's making me fat. But I did get mature sliced British cheddar. And I will have these on scones and in a sandwich or a toasty. Made unique tau creamy recipe. And believe me, these are creamy. They also last until April, so there's no rush to eat them. These are a little pricey. They're $2.70, but they are the cheapest sliced ones that Tesco's. Waitrose actually do. These are the cheapest. They're 4 strength on the cheese, and you get 10 slices. So that lasts me maybe a week or two, and with the fact that it's got a date of the 7th of April, it gives me plenty of time. So they're $2.70. Next, we got some all butter scones. Now, I like nothing better than on a Sunday to have a scone. And these bad boys are huge. You could literally have one of these on their own with a bit of cheese on it, and that would be a meal for me. These are $2.15. They're 4 butter scones. They contain 10.3 grams of fat, so they're not too bad. They are 356 per 100 grams. I don't know how much each scone is. Per scone is 257 calories. That's not so bad. That's not so bad. About 200 calories a scone. Which, to be fair, they are all butter. I wish they did cheese scones, and then I wouldn't have to buy cheese separately. But they don't. That's $2.15. Then we got some pancakes for breakfast. And I know what you're going to say. Pancakes aren't healthy. But they can be. I don't have to top these with anything. I could just cook them. But I could put blueberries, raspberries, strawberries. I could put a tiny bit of drizzling of syrup, just a tiny amount. But these were actually reduced. These are 59 pence. I think they're 70 usually. Yeah, 70 down to 59. So I picked these up, and you get 6 pancakes, I think it is. So enough for my days off from work next week, because I have Monday, Tuesday and Thursday off. So 3 days, 2 pancakes a day. I'll probably just put a drizzle of syrup on them, and I don't have any fruit. I should have probably got some. But I was trying to save a bit of money. Okay, next, what did we get? Okay, so next we got some of these. Now these are new, and these are called Simply Roasted Sea Salt. These are 94 calories per serving. They're simply delicious, 50% less fat than normal crisps. So these are potatoes, vegetable oil, and a sprinkling of sea salt to give them a taste. The crisp has everything you want. It's under 99 calories. It's 25% less fat. They're vegan. They're real sliced potatoes as well, and no artificial flavourings. Now these are a bit pricier. They are £2.30 a bag, but they are the plainest, healthiest crisp I could find, apart from going for something like vegetable crisp, which I don't like. I've tried. They didn't have any lentil chips, which I normally buy from Tesco's, from a company called Wicked. But I got these to try, and if they're good, I'll just put a couple of these on the side of like a sandwich or something, and just have like a little handful, like 50 grams worth with a sandwich, just to give me something else to have with the sandwich on the side, kind of like a ploughman's dinner. You get a sandwich, a couple of apple slices, a couple of pieces of crisps, just to give you like a full balanced rounded meal. Okay, then the last item, I got a treat. As I'm not going to the gym currently, and I did a massive walk today. If you haven't seen that, watch the walk. It was a live stream. It's the last one I did. It was about the train tracks. I got these because they were reduced. And these are Waitrose to Cinnabons. Now these were reduced to $1.99 from $2.35. They go out on the 18th, which is today. So I picked these up as a little treat. Now, I usually pick myself up one treat a week. Last week it was cupcakes, and I gave some to friends, family, even took work colleagues in a cupcake. So these are for me, and I love Cinnabons. They are one of my favourite sweet treat to have. And I'm allowed a sweet treat once in a while. And then I picked up some of the other bits that you can get from Waitrose. So Waitrose have their own magazine, which I pick up, just in case it has like coupons or recipes or anything like that. So I picked that up. Now this is $3.75 unless you have the My Waitrose card, which I actually do have the My Waitrose card. So I picked up that to have a read. Then I picked up two other magazines they give away for free. So this is called Places and Faces. And then you've got one about weddings and stuff. Home furnishings, fashion. So I picked them up to read because they're free. And then I pick up the Waitrose recipe cards. So I've been doing this for a couple of months now, where I pick up the recipe cards and then I do a video on them. So I'm going to do a video on these. So we have a couple of mains. We've got a dessert. We've got breakfast. We've got lunch. Another lunch. And maybe a dinner or a lunch. So we've got a couple of them this month to have a look at. If you haven't seen the previous one, I'll link it. I don't know if it's up yet. I'm so behind on my videos. You'll have to excuse me. I've had a very rough few months. But we're going to do this in another video. So in total, I spent, without the magazine, because the magazine comes off, I spent $15.53, which is horrendous. I got literally not a lot. Let's be honest. I didn't get a lot for spending all of that. So let's take the magazines out. So we've got my crisps. We've got my scones. We've got some cheese. We've got one can of beans. Couldn't afford a set. Some Cinnabons. Pancakes. I know it's not healthy. Crackers. But once I go to the gym, then we're going to change. And then some drink. And that was $15.53. It's pricey. Don't let Waitrose fool you that they're cost effective. The magazine you can take off, but the rest, it's still not cheap. I go there literally once a month just to have a look, and I may pick up a couple of bits. It's not very often I go there. More often I go for the recipe cards. Or I go just to get their magazines. But I do usually buy something from there. I went there last month and I bought some chips as a treat, some other bits. I usually buy a different bag of crisps each time and try and get the healthier ones. But if you want to like, subscribe and give us a big thumbs up. If you haven't checked the walking stream I did, the live, it's over an hour, so you'll need some snacks and that and a nice sit down. But we go down a disused railway track, or a disused railway track. I show you the bridges, the signals, the milestones that I could find. One of these days, I'll have my ex-partner come down there and tell you all about it, because he knows so much compared to me. Even though I've spent many years listening to the stuff about the train tracks. To be fair, with the amount of train tracks we've seen, we've been on, the trains we've been on, up and down the country, it's hard to retain that amount of information. But it is a beautiful walk. Aside from the information, it was a beautiful walk. We had a wonderful time. There was a lot of people joining in, chatting. Dragon donated, so thank you to Dragon once again. I'm going to keep thanking you so you know how much you're appreciated. If anybody else donates to the channel, you're appreciated too. It all goes back into my channel. And I will see you very soon for another video. Take care and thanks for watching. Love you all. Bye guys.